Oh, well, hello there. How's it going? You having a good time, chat? I thought I could finish this up before the stream really got going, but I could not. Turns out it's much harder to build decks than I thought, even when I have a list. It's because I don't know the names exactly. PNG, hello there. I know most of them. But yeah, I'll explain here in a moment once I'm done building these 3 decks. We still got some people ready to come in. In the meantime, I guess if you want to participate, if you want to help me test this format, you can start building these decks yourselves. If you're a patron, the list is in the Patreon Hangout chat. You can build things up. Here, let's go ahead and get the music on for here. First time catching a Hardleg stream, it's a unique one. It's the, we're doing the monthly Patreon Hangout. If you don't know, all the people who join my Patreon, who support the channel with $1 or more, they get on a special Discord, where we once a month we have a little fun time. I'll explain the new idea. I don't want to have to explain it like several times in a row, so we're gonna wait until I finish deck building, and then I'll explain it. And hopefully everyone who wants to come in will be in, and we won't have to explain it a million times over again. Looks like 1 spell-shattering arrow. How do you spell this? Kyryu. I think its name is in here. Yeah, here we go. Phantasm Spiral, we'll go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Get Quantum Cat. There's so many walls in Yu-Gi-Oh! But we just want Tornado Wall. I knew it was a wall, I didn't know which one. Does this say Umi? Is this an Umi involved thing? I think so. Yeah, one of these. Dark Reef. What am I missing? Battle Fader. He's fading your battles. Got that. Wrong kind of spiral. Yep, okay. That's deck number 2. We got 1 more. Mirror deck number 3. Bruh. Brotar. Dragon Maid. So we get 1 of her. 1 laundry. 1 of you. Do 1 of you. 1 of you. This. That. This. That. That. Looks like we get 2 of these. 3 of these. 1 fusion. 2. Already have 2 of these? Yes. Torrential. So one of these. I forgot to look at the traps. Oh, there's some Felgrand stuff in here. Two of those. I think this is called Storm? Something Storm? It's like the trap, and it's got like a pretty realistic rendition of like lightning striking, and there's a tornado. Typhoon, okay. There we go. 2 Typhoon. And then there's like 2 cards. I'm pretty sure they're in the Dragon Maid structure deck. Yeah. Dragon's Rebirth and Dragon Carnation. I knew it had reincarnation. Oh, and I think this is Totem? No. Should have looked this one up while I was at it. Castle of Dragon Souls. Okay, what am I missing? 2 Brotar. This, laundry, chef, parlor, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. What the heck is that? 10,000 dragon? No, it's not 10,000 dragon. Is it the original Felgrand? No, yes. Okay, I got Felgrand. You, 2 of these. Oh, what's that called? It's the spell. It brings back a level 7 or 8 dragon. It used to be used in Blue Eyes. It also gets Graveyard, Return of the Dragon Lords. Return to the Mac is what it is, what it is, what it is, what it isn't. Okay, so we've got all 3 decks here. And it's been 18 minutes. That took me longer than I thought. but I can finally explain the idea behind this. So, I have a new idea for a show. I just realized I made coffee and then I forgot to drink all of it. Now it's all cold and I'm sad. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So, the new show, I think I'm going to call it Mirror Master. Or Mirror Master Format, something like that. I'm still trying to get the exact naming conventions and everything for it. But it's based on the idea of the Exodia dual trial. If you remember that a few weeks ago, where both players got the same Exodia deck, and it had 3 Pot of Greed, and 3 Graceful Charity, and 3 of each piece of Exodia. It was a fairly simple deck with 3 or 4 distinct win conditions built into it. And it was just built around this idea of both people are given this deck. It's pretty easy to learn because there's only 5 or there's only 10 cards. You just get 3 copies of all of them. And you're just thrown into a duel to be you know your deck. It's the exact same as your opponent's. Instead of relying on your deck building to get you through, you have to get your actual ability to play. There's obviously luck. There's always luck involved in card games. But by giving you a mirror match, you're basically allowing yourselves to make very strategic decisions because you know exactly what they're capable of, and they know exactly what you're capable of. And so, I thought what would be neat is if we came up with other decks based around that same idea. Get me and an opponent, give them a deck we haven't used before, and then sit down with the exact same deck, do a best of 3, and see who comes out the winner. Who are your opponents? Patrons? Today they're going to be patrons, but if this show is a good idea, what I'm thinking of is just bringing on special guests, seeing if I can... Well, that was the one thing. I can't decide if this should be a deck build challenge type show, where every episode I bring on a different guest, and we sit down with a different pair of decks, or if it should be a chaos draft style show, where it's me and one opponent, and every week we're given a different deck, and then we keep track of the score, and first person to 10 wins. Constructed Salad be a good example? Probably not. To be fair, the decks that we were given, I'm not sure if they quite understood the rules. Because here's the thing, in order for this to work, in order for it to be fair, I can't build the decks. I ran into that problem with Master Cube, where it was I understood the cube because I built it better than all my opponents. So I'm if I'm going to be playing, I shouldn't build the decks. The deck should be built by the patrons and given to me and my opponent. I think that'll make it more fair, and that'll also give a way for the patrons to participate in the shows again. Because right now I've run into this problem where I don't really do DBCs anymore, I don't really do Let's Learns, and so the request tier doesn't have anything for you to do. But we could have a request tier where it's at this tier you get to build a deck and then we play it on Mirror Masters. But the general idea I wanted to go with was pick a bunch of cards that allow for a very specific style of play, a very specific win condition, kind of like the Exodia deck. My go-to example would be give us a whole bunch of cards that make rank 4s, give us 3 or 4 very specific rank 4s, and then a couple cards that counter it. Let's Learns weren't popular? No. They did pretty terribly. They weren't... I was spending more money getting them edited than I was getting in, like, ad revenue. And they were kind of, like, dragging the channel down by getting so few views. People want to see people playing the card game, not just kind of, like, talking about it. And so that's what I'm thinking with this. But I asked, there was one patron, one who's been, they're at the request tier, and they've been, like, basically trying to figure out what they could do. And I explained this idea, and they were like, that sounds fun. So they sat down and they came up with these 3 decks to test. And we basically got, like, a simplified Monarch deck. I just realized there shouldn't be 2 Gram Marg. Somehow I messed this up. What am I missing? Thestalos. Not Grand Marg. Oh, yeah, it's Soul Exchange. There we go. Yeah, so we've got a fairly simplified Monarch deck. We've got this sort of like Pacifist normal monster control deck with Terror King Salmons. And we've got like a simplified Dragon Maid deck where we've just got one of the house fusion, no negates. And I think these might make for interesting ones. I also think like it would be better if it was something where like let's say for example we played a deck and it was all about combat tricks. Every card in the deck was something that raised or lowered attack, maybe something that halved attack, a lot of battle phase shenanigans, with all the monsters just being like normal monsters or again monsters that have some kind of attack raising or lowering, so that dealing with combat would be this big mathematical thing of like figuring out the numbers. How much does it cost to edit these videos? About $100. $100 for a video like a Let's Learn. $300 for basically like $100 an hour. You think about that. And I can almost make that much, but like the Let's Learns were getting so few views that like I was making back like $60 on them. So every Let's Learn was just like minus $40. What's the stats for the normal rarity swordsman? They're cheaper, but significant, yeah. In the Dragon Maid deck. Which one are you looking for, Kale? Paladin of Felgrand? Dragon Knight of Creation? A Tempai Mirror. Well, that was the other thing. In order to make this show something where, like, I can invite someone on and do it, or have patrons do it. If nothing else, I think this will be a fun thing to do for the Patreon Hangout. Like, even if we don't make this into a show, this could be a fun, just like, community-driven thing. In order to do that, though, I wanted all the decks to be N and R rarity, or if they do have SRs and URs, they should be stuff that, like, we can assume that everyone has, like Maxi and Ash, or they should be stuff that we can get out of structure decks. In this case, all the SRs and URs in this thing, if you buy 3 of the Dragon Maid structure deck, you've got it. Yeah. And the key is to just make fairly simple decks. You don't want to have a whole bunch of like 2-ofs and 1-ofs. Because you want it to be you want it to be something that someone can sit down and in like 10 minutes kind of figure out how it works, at least the general idea of it. This one I think might be an exception because I feel like most people kind of know how Dragon Maids work. The 1-ofs you do have are things like Changeover. Lots of like 2-ofs though, which make it a little bit more difficult to learn. But that's why we're testing this. We're going to see how it works out, and hopefully we can learn kind of what makes these mirror matches good, what makes them bad, which decks work better than the other ones. And so, if you're a patron and you would like to help me test out this series and see what this is like, go to the Hardleg Asks and put "I would like to test." Yeah, the Hardleg Asks board. Here, if you would like to test. And then just put which deck you would like to test, 1, 2, or 3, and if you would like voice chat or not. So like, I would like to test deck 2, voice chat, or I would like to test deck 3, no voice chat. No paleo mirrors, they're insufferable. Why are we streaming on YouTube and not Twitch? I just thought I would experiment with it. Especially for the Patreon Hangouts. I feel like I don't talk about the Patreon that much. And this is a great way to kind of let people on the YouTube channel know that they exist. That I do have a community and you can join into it and we do interesting activities once a month. Okay. Alright, we got a couple people. Let's go ahead and just start out with Kale. Kale, if you would like to join in, we'll go into the personal time room. That way we won't get interrupted. Hello, Kale. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Joe. How are you doing?
Pretty good. One second. I've got the Fugi. Are you familiar with Fugi?
What's a Fugi?
Here you go. You can look on the stream now.
Ah, perfect.
Yeah. It's what you use to do the PNG tuber stuff. And you can set it up. You basically set it up with Discord so that like when it gets mic activity, it alternates between 2 different states. One that looks like your mouth open and one that doesn't. Or in the case of you, it just like lights up.
Yes, because my mouth is always open.
Yeah. You haven't... If you went to Fugi, you could set it up on your end and make it whatever you want. And that way, like, if you're doing PNGs or just VTuber collabs and you don't want to have, like, you know, all the stuff, you set it up like this. But now people should... I mean, in your case, I think they'll know when you're speaking because you have a very distinctive voice. But it's helpful for everyone else.
Understood. Thank you.
Gives a little visual. Anyway, let's go ahead. Dual room. Max room occupancy. And let me get the code. That's not where the code is. There it is. Okay, and I'm going to post this in the Patreon Hangout chat. Bada bingo. And then you can find your way here. And I figure we'll just use the first deck in the line, the Monarch one.
Alright, Monarchs it is.
We'll move our way down.
Yes, it is a Dad Gun Grandpa character.
Is that you? Just attack me, please?
Yes, that is just attack me, please.
Okay. Gotcha. Chad is asking if that's a Danganronpa character.
It is, it is.
50% dang, 50% romp. I am waiting for my
like a-
opponent. There we go.
Looks
Bike
like I have to
versus
minimize
Moai Head.
stream.
Who will win? I think I'll go first with this. I probably should have looked closer at the deck, but like it's Monarchs, right? And I'm pretty sure we just have like one of every Monarch.
Yes. And then one Mega Ryza.
For some reason.
For some reason.
Huh. I wonder if this is worth it. I'm gonna try it. Return of the Monarchs. Oh, I guess I should move you over here. That way they can see my life points.
That would be a smart idea.
So I'll normal summon this. I can tribute summon
Potatoes.
again, and I will tribute summon.
Whatever you do, don't tribute summon Kai's.
Karez.
Hello, Karaz.
And then we
good, you're
will-
gonna do the lithium special.
Effect Chainlink 1 Karez.
Yes. Target.
Yeah, destroy 2.
And then
Chainlink
return
2.
Chainlink 2. I want a Monarch.
Get a good Monarch.
What do you mean? Karaz is the goodest boy.
But we're gonna get the bestest.
Highest, the mandatory. I mean,
All
they're all
cards?
mandatory,
Yes.
but still.
Okay. I'll activate this. I'll activate this again. And I'll set.
Are you activating it now?
Why not?
Because if you draw into Ancamphorite, it is half dead. Logistically, I think we will just set 2 and pass. Unfortunately for me,
You didn't get the ability to draw 2 cards?
I did not.
I will tactically pass as well. I got stuff I could do, I just don't feel like it.
Our favorite. I will tactically pass as well.
The Monarch experience.
Rick Narks.
Do.
I love
okay.
bricking, yes I do. I love bricking, how about you?
Drawing more cards, drawing more cards, drawing more cards.
Good, you're going to find out then.
Must be special summoned by having no cards in your extra deck. How come I can't summon it?
You cannot special summon cards from the extra deck. Return of the Monarchs first line.
Ah,
That's why I said, why'd you activate that card?
gotcha. When am I going to play Bistile Control? When the patrons vote for it.
Man. I think we'll tactically pass one more turn. You're not going to kill me, especially because you can't get that Ancamphorite out.
Hey, that's what I like to see.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yo, what up?
Could you not?
I'm gonna. We're gonna get... Ooh, I can get all sorts of stuff.
You got the Rock Vassal, you've got another Eidos, and you have a Windy Boy.
Yeah, let's try this one.
Hello, Mr. Windy Boy.
You got something?
Yes, I do. I have a card. Wait, you didn't summon Eidos, meaning you don't get another tribute summon. You didn't summon Eidos, meaning you don't get another tribute summon, so I'm going to be tactical here.
You're just going to take the 800? That wouldn't be torrential tribute over there, would it?
It would, sir. My lawyer has advised me not to answer this question.
800.
Honestly, I'll take the 800. It's not that much. We're playing a slow format. This is a slow format. We don't have to commit a violence. The vassals are the main consistency of cards of the deck. Yes, they are, and it's particularly Adia and Eidos that are the two kickers because Adia summons Eidos, and Eidos grants you another tribute summon.
True. Truth nuke.
Honestly, I think it's about time I push as well, unfortunately.
Well, now your Arfaduder's off.
It is, but I'll live with it. Hello, Eidos. Eidos effect. You don't have breakthrough skill.
I think it's time for me to escalate things.
Could you not? Could you not? You know what? Fuck you.
You can't fire me, I quit.
There is a specific reason why I had to do that there, and it's because Torrential Tribute will miss the timing otherwise. I didn't have to activate that then. Wah. Cringe. Wah.
Behold.
That is the most annoying part.
Special summon. I'm a special boy. Fuck it. Let's go.
Boost. The Monarch.
Let's get rid of that face down, shall we?
Do not, though.
And then we'll activate this. And we'll activate this. Did you know Garum had an effect?
Yes, I have read the card.
Add one of those?
Congratulations, another idea. More consistency. And then you get a Monster the Tribute. More consistency.
Stuff.
And then I lose my card. Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
No. Might cringe if you don't.
Yep, I knew that was coming. I should have baked a cake. Go ahead and set another one. This is one of those things where, like, I feel like this format specifically could use, like, a heavy storm in both decks. Just to give you a little pause so you don't, like, yeah, I could just set whatever. There's like 2 MSTs in here? No big deal. Funny, you claim to want to be attacked, and yet when I tried to, you battle fadered.
Dia effect. Come forth, Eidos. Eidos, granting a tribute summon.
Good luck. I'll take the 3 for 1.
Honestly, that helps me more than it hurts me. Because now a Dia grants me another card.
So that tribute... I mean, you have to tribute summon first.
Great. Now I have to be patient.
Are you patiently waiting for a track to explode on, like 50 Cent in his prime?
No.
Why not?
Because I know that you're referencing a song, but I don't know what song you're referencing.
It's called Patiently Waiting. I'll be patiently waiting for a track to explode.
Why did I set this other card? I didn't need to set this other card.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because here comes Mr. Tribute, and here goes my bones.
Hello. Let's do this. I don't know if there's any negate. Morbius. The Frost Monarch. Swiggity swooty.
Bistile.
Oh no, that's a free monster.
It is a free monster. A recurring free monster.
Okay. I will simply go to attack. 800.
What if I denied you the right?
I mean, I guess.
There's no imperm, and even if there was an imperm, you can't imperm this.
Test your might. Okay. Sure.
Such is life. Life is such. There goes your life.
Torrential might be a bit much. I think Torrential is fine. Maybe it could be at 1 instead. And just knowing that both players have access to 1 could make it a little, like, tense, without necessarily ensuring that no one gets anything done.
Eidos effect. If I have a Dia.
Okay.
The Dia's effect, now that it is special summoned, it summons a vassal from my deck. Can also summon a Gishki monster because that thing has. Could you not?
I would prefer if you didn't.
Grandmarg, take his lunch money. And then return to search a 24 1000. And then a Dia to recover a vanished Monarch spell trap.
I'll chain this.
You should not have chained that. Not if you wanted the most out of it.
I want to draw a card.
Yeah, but now that card stays there because Grandmark has old text.
Oh, really? I thought it was going to get destroyed
Yeah.
anyway.
Nope. He says destroy that target, meaning that the card has to effectively be the same card before it gets removed. Otherwise, you don't get anything. And
Ah,
well,
okay.
that's not the same card that I targeted, so
Gotcha.
Grandmark fails to resolve.
Yay. Do.
Grandmark, take its lunch money.
I will escalate.
Could you not escalate though?
Do you have MST? Are you going to be British? Are you going to be the colonies and take my tea?
What did you add last time?
Thessalos.
Thessalos is fine actually.
I mean, that's what I added last time.
Yeah,
That
but
ain't
it
what I
doesn't mean it's
summoning.
what you're going to summon. Hello, Zaborg. That's like the opposite of a problem? That's like the opposite of a problem. Hello, Ryza.
I'm rising to the occasion.
Now the question is, do I want to crash?
Oh. I don't know you. I don't know how you eat your breakfast cereal.
I shouldn't have let that resolve. I shouldn't have let that resolve, but I'm pretty sure I'll be fine.
Okay, what is this I have to read? Ah, I see.
I love my card game for lawyers.
Let's
It's
do
not
it.
a card game for lawyers, it's just regarding old text.
Lawyer game for lawyers.
Potatoes is fine.
Let's go ahead and get our Lord and Savior Ryza using his equivalent vassal. How would you like that Grand Mark to go back where it came from?
I don't want the Grand Mark to go back where it came from, though. I hate that I have to actually negate the search here. And I know that I specifically have to negate the search here because if I don't, you'll mollywop me.
Because then I'll be able to tribute the Mega Monarch.
You are going to search the fucking Mega Monarch, and then you are going to drop the Mega Monarch on me, not only stack my deck once, but actually effectively thrice.
Triple stack. I need a more card advantage. Battle phase. Excellent use of Mollywop, says chat.
I mean, what do you expect from me not to use the term Mollywop? Also Battle Fader, he's fading your battles.
He is.
Buy all our playsets and toys.
He is. Okay. Set. Set. I'm going big. They told me to go big or go home, and I didn't go home, Kale.
This card is so cute, but it only does specific things.
I do like the idea of Battle Fader here is really good. Because it's like, you know, even if I have something, I cannot stop the tribute summon. You have priority.
You can't curb stomp me, which is the nicest thing about it.
Although, I am wondering if maybe escalation is too strong, even at 1. Because because there's no way to search it, it feels like me getting it in the opening hand, gave me such an advantage. Because now I can do double the tribute summons.
You can not only escalate on your own turn, you can escalate on my turn too, which very much puts me in a pickle.
Yeah. I actually can't escalate during my turn. But I can just normally
but
tribute
you
summon.
can. Yeah, and that's the biggest kicker. Here he comes, Zaborg. Take his lunch money. We are going to return the Monarch.
Sorry.
Where they right?
But I have all the answers.
Did you not?
No searches.
Honestly,
and
that's
also,
fine. I can live with that.
Dark Advance! He's coming!
Hey, I'd be able to live if it was just sticky.
You can't fire me, I tribute. I missed the timing! Oh, of Return
Yes, you
of the
missed the
Monarchs.
timing.
Okay. I was like, I thought this was mandatory. You made a joke about it earlier.
Yeah, because the Monarchs are mandatory. Your return is not.
Gotcha.
I'm grateful you missed the timing because this again, no fucking Mega Caius.
Yeah.
Gonna set this.
Okay.
Be careful.
I'm gonna escalate.
Could you not?
If one of those cards is Battle Fader, let's make that less likely, shall we?
I'm gonna be
Thank you, Baracho Gato, for the $10. You started streaming on YouTube. I see. About time, nerd. Thank you. I'm only doing it once a month for the Patreon Hangout. Can I... If we're all Legos, can I be Lego Indiana Jones? Sure. Who's the anime girl PNG? That would be Kale.
Hello.
Oh, we hit Delg.
I hate that. That probably hurts the most.
Yeah, I think what I would like to see in this, take out the escalation because that's a little too unfair. And maybe take out the Arfaduder too because it conflicts with Return of the Monarchs. Maybe it's supposed to, but it feels a little weird to include Return at 3 and then give you a card you can't use with it on the field.
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
I think that that's fine purely off of a gaining advantage standpoint, because while yes, it does conflict with return, at the same time, you would get very much snowballing advantage if you were to actually be able to summon the buddy.
Oh, I can get stuff from my own graveyard, eh?
Yes.
I want this one. Give me another search. Ever consider doing karaoke streams again? Yeah, that'll be on the list tonight. Okay, understandable. Have a nice day. Unless...
What do you mean, unless?
I'll allow it.
What's there to unless? Great, now I can't win.
Bonus.
Okay, yeah, you're right. We should definitely ban him, right?
I guess that is something I didn't consider, is that, like, yeah, it conflicts with the March of the Monarchs, but March of the Monarchs is so good that if you get rid of it, maybe you should have access to this. Like, you don't get to search every turn, but you do get to drop something.
Yeah, but he only drops once, because once he hits the board, he gets banished.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Unless you Book of Moon him, but there's no Book of Moon.
What I was gonna say, what might be neat, and I'd have to look, I feel like there's probably a card that fits this in NR, but like a free special summon that just has like 2,500 attack. Maybe the, what's his name? The Ancient Warriors guy, Guan Yun. He's also removal, but only if they have multiple things. I think it would be nice to have a card that's like, yes, you can use this as tribute fodder because it's a free special summon, but you can also use it to just like beat over a defense position, whatever that trap is that summons itself back. So you're not stuck like staring at it with a bunch of monarchs that only have 24.
Yeah, that's a cute idea. Yeah, it is Loyal Guan Yun.
Yeah, Loyal Guan Yun, that might be good. I forgot, Cat Monarch, you're in chat, right? I'm not sure if the only problem, right, is that, like, by testing this, now that I'm familiar with it, I'm at, like, an advantage. I was wondering, maybe it might be better to, like, maybe if I didn't play, what if I made the decks, or at least, like, helped, like, we could test them during the Patreon hangouts, and then I could pick the best ones, and then see if I can get, like, you know, Golden Nova and RJ or something on here, and be like, you two are gonna face off in a best of 5 using these mirror decks we've made, and I just, like, commentate over it.
That sounds like the cuter idea. It would be vaguely impossible for me to do that, because it's like, I just know too many cards. Like, I literally just straight up built these two, Mirror 1 and Mirror 2, off rip, purely just because I know all the goddamn cards.
Yeah. I mean, that's the point. I'd be doing this with Yugi tubers, so they're supposed to know the cards. But the whole point of the show is it's supposed to test your ability to, like, I'm going to give you both a deck, and you're going to try to, like, learn it on the fly. And the advantage that you have is that, like, 1, it's been designed to be fairly simple, and 2, you both have the exact same deck. So you don't also have to learn your opponent's deck. It's always going to be a mirror match. So, like, you may not know it, but your opponent also doesn't know it, and anything your opponent does, you're also capable of. Maybe make a group of Yugi tubers and have a bracket? Perhaps. Patrons would have the same advantage from spectating. Either way, let's go ahead.
Thank you.
Kale, thank you for helping me test.
Peace. See you.
See ya. Okay. I'm gonna head and close the signups because we've already got 5 people and that one alone took like 40 minutes. So let's get Cat Monarch in here. You're up next. What's going on? It's the Patreon Hangout. I'm hanging out with my patrons. And we're testing a new show idea called Mirror Master format. There should be a wheel of so many decks and options. You can never have enough wheels.
Hello.
Hello, is that Cat Monarch?
It is indeed.
Huh. Weird, the Fugi isn't picking up your icon.
It's because I've never had one. I need to like just find an image.
You do
At
have the
some point.
default one. Usually it puts up like the whatever color Discord logo you have.
Huh.
It's weird because there's a blank space as if there should be something there. Give me one second. Let me try changing rooms real quick. No, it's still blank. Weird.
No, it's fine. I think we're distinct enough, right?
I still think it would help with a visual. If you can find like a picture real quick, doesn't matter what it is, you could get rid of it. It could literally
how do you
just be
set-
like Google like a red square.
How do you set photo on Discord? I haven't actually ever bothered with it.
You're on PC, right?
Mobile at the moment. Oh wait, edit profile. Okay. Into it. Upload
Nice.
image.
Yep, could
Sweet,
just be
okay.
anything.
Camera. Nope. I have
Everyone
one that's
post
under.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just wondering if I have one that's undersized.
I think it's pretty good at like, if you post a bigger one, it'll just shrink it down.
Okay, wait. Let's just try my phone's background. That'll do it.
See if that'll work. Oh, there you go. You got a little skull icon.
Little Dust Skull, little Pokemon.
There we go. Isn't that much better, chat? Thank you, Cat Monarch.
You're welcome. And yeah, the Monarch deck is the only one that's had some testing. It had 2 successful-ish games, and then we tested it again today, and it was a slog. Like yours was short.
Yeah, it definitely has potential. I do like the idea that, like, you have that card that searches every Monarch, and you have one of every Monarch. Even though it's full of one-ofs, everyone kind of knows what all the Monarchs do. So having that toolbox there is great.
Do you want the same deck or a different?
Let's try deck number 2.
Okay. Now this one has had minor theory behind it and no actual testing. And by minor theory, it was me and another guy. on
Yeah, I
Discord
was looking, I was like,
called
this
After
one
Worlds at
looks
Left.
like it would be the most rough. Because it's just full of, like,
in theory,
equip
the
cards
Dragon
and
Maid one
normal
is just the
monsters.
best.
And if both players have Pacifist, we're just gonna get, like, a token forever.
Yeah, but the tokens, I guess you can just sell on them. But the theory is that, like, you get to a monster that's just big enough, because you only get an attack boost from the equip spell. So
Yeah.
you should always get to a point where you can hit over something eventually.
Oh boy. This is a hand.
Take that to be a good thing. Pass. Keep it simple. We're trying to come up with alternate ideas before the hangout, and there are a couple that might have promise rolling around. Like Gadget is actually a fairly cheap deck that is just basically playable at NR.
I
I
said,
don't
for
know what
me,
you
the
have
big
with it.
idea would be I would want to see something not based around an archetype, and more just like based around generic stuff, you know?
Behold, we have. Where is it? Of course, it'd be right at the bottom. The God Cat.
The God Cat.
Yeah. Divine Beast Cat. That's when we
I should have
tried.
done
We
something
didn't
earlier.
put MST in. We put the what is it? We put the enchanted arrow in, and we put. What do I need?
Just one.
Take this one. We put the enchanted arrow in Galaxy Cyclone because Galaxy Cyclone is double removal, but the counterpoint is it is not a quick play. And I've just realized I need you to do something for the token, and I put my guy in defense, so we're just passing.
Even if he was an
Nothing
attack, he's normal.
True, but he is a normal monster I can equip with a spell.
Okay, I think we're gonna try this. Cat.
Cat alone. Okay.
I'm just gonna be a light dragon.
Because of the highest up the list. Oh, an original. Yeah. It just makes sense to get the token.
I would prefer if you did not.
Yeah, I can say that makes sense, and you've done it in end phase, so that is okay. Well then, while I have the token up, you shall not have an orc monster.
I see. Begun the cat wars have.
Ended. It does feel like... I don't know if we have enough copies of Field Spell, or if it's like too centric on it, and there needs to be just other things to do.
Hard to say. But yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I'm thinking. Did you ever watch the Master Cube series back when that was out?
I did, and
Yeah, it was like I'd like to see more things based around that, where it's like we're all warriors and we're using like a warrior equip cards and stuff, or like it's all level 4s and the spell traps are based around Ixies. I just feel like there's a lot of potential there for like, okay, it's all like burn cards, or it's all 0 attack monsters, or it's all based around like changing attack point values.
feels like it's probably going to be one of the easier ones to do. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, sure, we'll set this.
Or what might even be good would be like Raging Flame Sprite. Are you familiar with that?
Oh, you're just thinking a whole bunch of direct attackers. So you're playing around the fact that like you've got to stop their attacks, but their actual attack points aren't that strong.
Yeah. What I would do would just be like, you know, get I guess like 3 direct attackers. The thing about Raging Flame Sprite specifically is that every time it attacks, its attack goes up by 1,000. So it's like you have to deal with it. And so I could see a whole like a really interesting deck being set up where it's like all both players have is like Raging Flame Sprite, ways to search it, and maybe something that does like something similar. Let's try this.
It is a pyro, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Bonfire Search is it? Just saying, but that is a cost for this kind of show.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like most people probably have 2 bonfires, but not necessarily.
Okay.
But like, what might be interesting, what was it? So like Raging Flame Sprite, and then also put in like a UFO turtle. And then like, yes, UFO turtle can beat over a small Raging Flame Sprite, or if your opponent has one where it's attacked twice, then you can attack into it to get your own Raging Flame Sprite by taking the damage.
UFO turtle can beat over itself, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's the same attack and defense, so just kind of put it in defense for the moment. Okay, this one is probably wildly unbalanced from a first test.
Yeah, we can at least try one more and see what happens. But I drew like Kairushin's Dark Reef and Rage of Kairushin and Phantasm Spiral Power, and just none of those are useful if I don't have a normal monster or Pacifist. And I have a lot of ways to get to Pacifist, but not enough apparently.
So yeah, apparently 6 copies of the field spell isn't enough. Noted. Yeah, that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Okay. Well, we found out which the least balanced one is. I think the Dragon Maid one just has to be by default more balanced because it's all so centric around the battle phase that at least your opponent should be able to just get in plays. But do you have another battle favor?
I do.
Okay. It continues. Or at least a little longer. A pacifist, so I do kind of know the deck a little bit, but I keep forgetting what these graveyard effects are. Candle Grave.
Yep, I'm just dead. It's another Phantasm Spiral Power I can't activate. Maybe we need a weaker token generator. Maybe.
Generally.
That might be another. I mean, that's the thing is like, this would be something that would be easier if in like real life. I'm imagining what's that one? There's like that slime card that just makes like a slime token every turn with 1,000 attack or something.
Yeah, it's literally I think it's slime reactor.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's god awful.
It's god awful because it prevents you from summoning. But I could see a really fun format where you use the Phantasm Spiral stuff and just like no monsters. All you have is both players start with that on their field.
I know, it's jam breeding machine. There
So every turn both players get a jam breeding, a jam token. And then you just have to like play jam token control.
It sounds horrendous and I love it.
Yep. Alright. That was fun, although we've still got a bunch of people, and I've only got an hour left. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Mono Crown for now.
You have a good one, and thanks for doing, I guess.
Yes. Thank you for building these for me.
Not a problem.
Alright, Mono Crown, let's get in here. Let's try again with deck 2 and see if we have a more balanced duel, or if this is...
Me is here. Hello.
Hello there. Sorry, I should have waited until you came in to start talking to you and giving you instructions. I was going to say, let's go ahead and use deck number 2 again. Try it out and see if we get a more balanced duel this time, or if it's just kind of inherently not working very well.
There we are. One moment. I need to enter the room.
No problem.
There I am.
There we go.
We have deck number 2.
Yeah. The Phantasm Spiral one.
I'm ready.
Ah, nice. You've got the Ally of Justice surrounded by leaves.
Yes. It's...
I'll try going
I
first
think it's
this
just something about... there's a lot of accessories that are like just a monster in the middle. And those always look weird to me. Like it's just...
You like more generic shapes.
Yeah, something more, something that actually looks like something you would use as a sleeve.
Okay. Let's try this.
Okay. will say that we might actually have a balanced duel because we both have Pacifist.
I see. And then when you activate Pacifist, I'll get a token.
Yeah. And
yeah.
when you activate Pacifist,
You'll get a token.
I get a token.
And then I'll get this. And then when you try to search, I will deny you the search.
I see. Can do this. Let's see. Okay, now. Okay. Equip spell. To make it big.
Okay.
And another one to be greedy.
Your greed will be punished.
How could this happen?
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say for the people still around, if you could build deck 3, that would help the most. Let's go.
I don't actually have the Dragon Maid structure deck, and I didn't feel like buying it.
Yeah, understandable.
And it's 1,500 gems, and I'm only at 9,000.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. If the people just have 1 or 2. I mean, we needed to do this one anyway.
I'll do this.
Battle Fader, he's fading your battles. He doesn't need your cards and shit. Ew. Okay. That's fine. We're fine.
Excellent. I think it's time for some almost symmetrical violence.
The salmon! What if neither of us were destroyed?
Yeah. And both of us got to summon a thing. But I have no cards in hand.
But I take no damage.
End the battle phase. Do this. Big. Then you need to discard a card.
Also big.
Even bigger, perhaps. Oh, but because you have this field spell,
What does
probably
this
win.
do?
I also question the inclusion of Phantasm Spiral Power because there aren't a lot of effect monsters here.
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
And I can't even use it as a battle trick.
Okay. Ha. Yeah. Mashing. Okay. Yeah. Equip the one I just got.
500.
You know what? All 3 of them.
Oh! Now you can almost make the win condition. Except you need... I think it needs to destroy effect monsters. And I don't have effect monsters.
Yeah. A little bit of an oversight there.
Yeah. It is kind of whoever gets to keep the field spell wins.
Yeah. They have a pretty strong advantage.
Oh no!
Battle phase. Let's go for this one.
This does it have a purpose? You're still protected. Oh wait. We're both still protected.
Another one.
Whoa.
And then we'll go ahead and use this. I'll equip it with all of them.
Oh no.
And then we'll do this.
So much damage.
And then I'll go to main phase 2.
But I also summon.
Another
guy.
one.
So many guys.
So many big dragons.
Except the worms.
Worms. Well, I can get rid of some stuff. And some things.
Potentially. So what I can do is use this. It has use. Equip it with this for the 500. And I can kill. Unless I'm missing something here. Oh, sure.
I have the other one.
Neither of us is destroyed. I can get rid of this, I guess.
My masher! How am I gonna make my potatoes now?
Well, you're gonna have to eat them unmashed.
Okay, let's go to battle. I can at least walk over this one.
Yeah, you sure can.
There's no card applicable. There's no card applicable. Alright. I don't know how we're supposed to get out of this. Neither of us can be destroyed by the battle.
Yeah, nothing is happening. Well, I can actually get rid of one of them for now. Hopefully. Yes. Amazing. Ahaha!
Ouchie.
1,000 damage. Battling you does nothing. also destroy it. Yeah. It's a staring match.
Ho-ho!
Ouch. There's another grip. Ouch.
Achiwa.
Yes, I can do that. Discard yourself, now.
You got it, boss. But only because you asked nicely.
Oh, that's another goddamn protection. Oh no, they're both big.
Two big dragons, do-do-and-do. Two big dragons, do-do-and-do.
That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and the problem with this, right, is that if you have Cosmic Cyclone, there's no way for you to ever activate it because all my spell trap zones are filled up with face-up stuff.
And even if I had like the Umi and I get to search the thing that destroys the thing, you can protect something with the assault. That one's kind of like stuck. I can, however, get rid of you.
My token! He's gonna be token in hell.
Doesn't do anything. Nothing does anything.
And everything does nothing. Okay, let's see if I can finally get rid of this. Go away. One.
Probably.
A to-hoo. No applicable card. No applicable card. My cards are unapplicable.
Oh hey, that would have been nice a long time ago. My field spell.
Come to me, field spell. Yes.
Now you get a token.
You
You get to search, but you probably can't activate it because you have no
probably
space.
can't. I definitely can't.
I can do this.
No, come on. The
Don't worry,
never-ending battle.
Don't worry, it's a worse one.
What is equipped of and inflicts damage you could special summon.
Doesn't really do anything. What? Why didn't that? Oh, inflicts battle damage.
Oh yeah, I was like tornado wall. Yeah, that's another thing I'd give for people trying to make one of these. Don't get an unsearchable, like, continuous trap that just, like, shuts down a car. There's no applicable. Okay, I got it.
How could this happen?
How could this happen? Yeah, thank you again for letting me test this. I know it wasn't the most exciting duel, but, you know, we need to learn these things.
I feel like it was exciting as, like, to see what it could devolve into.
Yeah.
Because it sure devolved.
It's just like two guys that can't be destroyed and have equal attack looking at each other, and it's like, well, I have 2 removal spells and I already used all of them. You have 2, but you'd either have to hard draw them or get the field spell, and even the field spell is predicated on me activating something which I can't. Very silly. Alright, let's go ahead and get Jal in here, but you have a lovely evening, Monocrown.
Well, night. It's almost 2:30.
I said evening. Evening's
It's
in the
almost
night.
morning. I would classify evening as, like, before midnight.
No. 2 a.m. is still in the evening.
I guess that's fair. Goodbye.
Have a good one. Did Joe stutter? Oh, hello, Jal.
Hello.
How are you doing this fine evening?
I'm doing all right.
Your icon makes you look very sad.
It's fine. It's my experience.
I know you put in there that you wanted to play the second deck. Is that the only one you made?
I did just finish making the first.
Okay. I think I'd rather try the first one again. The second one has not been a great experience so far.
That's fair.
Give me one moment, though. I have to go, I have to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Until then, try not to be too nervous. You're in front of 54 viewers.
Hello. Can't even count to 54. Or fill any dead air. It is a panel from Dungeon Meshi. The cat girl just getting healed. That's what the profile picture is from. He arrives.
I am back. Chat, was Jal nice? Jal, was chat nice to you? Did they treat you with respect?
Unbelievable things were said.
Good, good. Alright, let us begin. Chat says 11 out of 10. Should start your own YouTube channel.
Just sitting in the Monster Hunter lobby. I'm in Rookie 2 because I haven't played Master Duel in forever. Sorry for hurting you.
Okay. So I'll ask you, Jal, do you have a particularly, like, amazing hand, would you say?
I have not played Monarchs, but I do not think so.
Okay. Because I've got... There's one card in this list that I think is broken, that I opened with last time, and I opened with it again. So I'd like to actually run it back, try again, not because I think I have a bad hand, but because I think I have too good of a hand, and it'll let me just snowball everything. I want to see how this works without getting that, if that's fine with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yay.
Let's try it again. It'll be a little bit more fair. Haha. Hopefully I won't open with the exact same card for a third duel in a row.
Hey now, it wasn't in a row. You had the Phantasm games in between.
It did the third straight Monarch duel in a row. Every time I played this deck specifically.
It would have been more fun if you had opened it in the pacifist games.
Hope I hit begin duel. Is it going for you?
I have some red and blue swirlies just going around.
Huh. Mine still says waiting for opponent. I haven't even gotten to the swirlies.
Oh, error.
Okay. Let's go to table 2. I think table 1 is cursed.
It's cursed to give that in your hand.
Try this again. Going first. A classic choice. Okay, I didn't open with the broken card. We should be good. Hopefully I don't immediately draw it for turn.
Let's see.
Ah. What's your favorite idea? Mine is being a squire.
Mine is incidentally being a squire.
Yeah,
I
if
love
you're-
2003 normal monster with 800 attack, 1000 defense.
Yeah, if you're unfamiliar with whatchamacallit, Monarchs, if you get the dark squire, that lets you tribute summon immediately.
Yeah,
I
but
guess I
don't
should have
really
told you
have
that earlier.
anything to go for.
Oh.
A lot of them like pop, which I don't see anything good to pop.
True. There you go. There's something you could pop. Potentially. Squires
Show
to
my
attack.
vassal.
Okay, I'm going to battle fader. Battle fader, he's fading your battles. Buy all our playsets and toys.
It feels a bit sucky because I'm not getting full value, but
No! Zaborg! I have no choice but to allow this.
you always have a choice. It's the little red button in the bottom corner of the options.
This is what I was worried would happen, chat. Go ahead.
sort of fiendish master plan does he have? Oh yeah, Tarantula's in this deck.
Idea is Edia is perhaps a little too strong.
Hmm.
I have to try again. You've already used your Zaborg. Unless you have exactly Caius in your hand. I think my Battle Fader should be safe this time.
For now.
I guess we try this. Behold, Grand Marg. Let's destroy this one.
Thing is, I like that one.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Let's get rid of this. Unless you got escalation.
I have Dark Advance.
They're advancing, chat.
Hmm.
Well, it's fine. I've still got this back row.
Very useful.
Is this an NR match? I think it's mostly NR.
I think this deck... Wait, no, it isn't. It has two SRs. Ryza and Caius.
Hmm. But you can get both of them from the Monarchs story mode. In the solo mode. So if you've played that, then you can make this deck for free, essentially. Assuming you got NR points. Yeah, I'm wondering if this would be... I'd have to look at, like, March of the Monarchs and how that's worded again. I forget if that requires you to, like, search a different Monarch than the one you summon. But I think it might be better to, like, maybe pare this down a little bit. Because, like, Grand Mark doesn't do, like, anything. Like, I think you could probably just make it so that, like, both players have 3 Zaborg and, like, 2 Mobius and a Caius. Mobius! It's Mobin time. But yeah, the other ones are like almost
Hey, Frosty
redundant.
Cat.
We cannot have March of the Monarchs. Which is the one I'm thinking of, the one that searches return?
Oh no.
Yeah, don't worry, that card would allow me to do something if I had any other spell traps. Which I don't. I'm taking so much damage. But I'm
The
still
poor bicycle
standing.
can't take it.
Okay. I can't possibly draw another Monarch, can I?
I
All
believe
right.
in you.
Hold up. I've just gotta hope, essentially. Hope dangles on a string. Okay, so we'll tribute Zaborg. Ryza. Put this back on top of your deck. And then I can't attack. But at least I cleared two Monarchs off.
You did. I'm just gonna say sorry, Joe.
My own soul exchanged. Mobius coming back. Hello, Mobius. Destroying your own spell trap. Ah, okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not that good as a bluff.
Okay, I really need idea. I think that's the only thing that gets me out of this. No!
I'd give you one of mine if I could.
No! Pourquoi? Okay, so my hand is Thestalos, the Firestorm Monarch, Delg, the second copy of Delg, the Dark Monarch, and for turn I drew Ryza the Mega Monarch. So this entire game I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I drew 6 Monarchs and 2 spells and 2 Battle Faders.
And I did have the outs for the battle faders. This is so sad.
Yeah, I mean that was the thing. That first I was like, just going what's her name? Idea into the fire or the wind vassal. I'm like, that's not a very strong opening play, but you made the good point that like, yeah, most of the Monarchs are removal. By putting 2 monsters out, you ensure that like next time when you attack, it's like, yeah, you can attack first, and then if I Battle Fader, you can tribute afterwards because you got 2 monsters.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the resource game,
And,
crazy.
And when specifically was the... I liked the tribute effect for her, too, the most.
Yeah. Being able to search out another Squire is really strong.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for
More
the testing.
ideas.
It was very fun.
Yeah.
You have a good one. We're going to get Boo-Hoo Bundy in here to round things out.
You take care.
You too.
Bye, chat.
What a nice young lady. And Bundy's the only person who had the third deck built.
Okay, I'm here.
Hello. I like your icon. It's like you're a little cat. I'm just playing cards against a cat.
Exactly. Oh, sorry, I gotta mute YouTube, and here we go.
There we go.
No, I was debating between that and my other one. Just my other cat looks at me like it's like the last chip at the bottom of the bag or something like that.
You are the food creator.
Okay, what are we rocking?
What do we got? Okay.
I don't even know if I'm going first or second yet.
I'm going first.
Okay, I got blinded.
All right, I am going to do this. Going to activate. Let me see. I'm going to equip a card from my hand.
Nice.
The Paladin of Felgrand, equipped with Felgrand. And then I will set a card and end my turn.
So that is all she wrote.
She didn't write anything else.
I'm just gonna... Oh, it's only face up, dang it.
Yep.
Oh well. It'll work.
Thank you. That's where I wanted it to be anyway. Typhoon. I do like there was like a short-lived thing of OCG cards where they're just like, what if we gave really like realistic, like Magic the Gathering style art?
Yeah, I kind of did like how that. Kind of like how they did that for a little while. Just I got that.
Okay.
I don't think it's that's gonna set you up for your own graveyard.
It's fine. All I have is this. It was a bluff the whole time.
Dang it!
Go, Paladin of Felgrand!
My vote's to me.
I play into the Imperm column. Why wouldn't I?
Wait, you're not playing Imperm in here? You're playing the constructed deck, yeah.
That would be another like fun idea. I'm not sure if Cat Monarch's still here. Another good idea would be like a whole like mirror match based around columns, where like every card had to do with like something like that. You could have Iron Dragon Tiamatron. You could have that counter trap that destroys everything in the column. Okay. You don't control any Dragon Maids, though.
I just click buttons.
Good.
Let's go.
Sure.
And because it's a trap.
I see.
Okay.
And then it returns to your hand in the end phase, right?
Oops.
I was like, is there a point to having that on the field?
Roundabout way to search it. I need some setup with this deck.
Might as well. You don't get to have it.
Oh.
Only I get to have one.
Got you.
I can't do anything with it, but I have it.
Exactly.
But yeah, well, I was gonna say, we make a deck of nothing but stuff that has to do with like column mechanics to really make people think about where they put things. And that would be an example where like, yeah, most of the deck would be NR stuff, but you could probably include 3 in perm, because I feel like most people have 3 in perm at this point.
Definitely just all the staples. Or just like, I can see what you mean.
Yeah. Special summon one from your hand, then send one. Damn.
Yep. Like I said, I am playing the longest setup game imaginable.
Hardleg on YouTube, a pleasant surprise. Why is that? I decided I would start doing the monthly Patreon hangouts on YouTube. That way, people on the YouTube could learn about the fact that I have hangouts. Okay, well, 2 can play at that game.
We are evenly matched.
Except... Battle phase. End of the battle phase. Did I misread this? I thought it was at the end of the battle phase. You can return this and special summon a level 3... Oh, from your hand.
Yes,
Why does it let you send it to the graveyard?
I have no idea, man. I'm trying to rip my head. Here.
Felgrand. What a grand old time.
Now he's on the field. The original Dragon Maid. First blood.
Boop, boop, boop.
What you got?
Hopefully a monster I can summon. That ain't a monster I can summon. Just don't summon any more monsters and we'll be fine.
Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny. Gone.
Oh, might as well.
Aw.
Get that out of here. Again.
For the last time.
Now you'll do 100 less damage.
Okay. Play like a Duel Links player.
Set stuff and then go to the battle phase. Come on, monster. How is that supposed to happen? That's fine. I'm cooking something up.
gotta be quick.
Gotta be quick or dead. No, my welcome.
No
Now
welcome for
my
you.
many dragon maids will not have any more things. Are you ever gonna summon a dragon maid this entire time?
No.
No.
That's what makes it better.
Well, didn't draw a single dragon maid the entire time. Had torrential tribute, but it looks like you didn't summon anything either.
That was long to set up.
The longest setup, but we did it.
We went that far.
Let's try that one again since you're at the end here.
Okay. That works for me.
Let's see if it does the same thing again.
Okay.
This time I'm going first.
Okay. I was gonna ask you if I won the turn toss.
Okay, this is a lot better.
Yeah, that first one had to be a fluke, I think. Like I said, I don't think any of us summoned the actual Dragon Maid.
Well, I activated a card, and the server's like, hold up. I don't know if this is gonna work.
The deck or the server?
The server.
Gotcha.
Like, I pressed a button, and it's not doing it. It says it's still my time, but the time's not going down. There it goes.
There you go. Oh no. Actual Dragon Maid plays. My weakness.
Just the one.
Yes.
Let's see. It's a level 8. Okay. I'm gonna do this.
There we go, and now the battle phase actually has
There we go. It's like it cost me nothing.
where
There we go.
oh, yeah, all you lost is Brotar.
I spent Brotar, and I got a 3100 monster. And I got scoliosis.
That sounds painful.
It is. My back is shaped like a question mark. With a dot.
Ah. Let's go gambling.
Oh, laundry time. Okay, you can't be targeted this turn. I will keep that in mind. All right.
That's all I can do.
Laundry versus house. Who will win? Don't you know the Dewey Decimal System?
I know the guy named Dewey. The rest of the part I kind of zone out to.
Okay. So we use this. We're gonna summon this one. We're gonna send a card with the same attribute to the graveyard. Then we're gonna use Welcome to get that monster back that we just sent. So this is what it's like when the
Random
deck
search.
works.
Yes.
Summon, give me shit.
Not today, I hope.
No! I was so close to greatness! I guess that one just can't be hurt. Let's get one we can actually summon here.
Yeah, it can't be destroyed by a card effect when you control the fusion monster.
Wait, what now? Did I misread this?
I never said the last name. I just said the fire one. First line says cannot be destroyed by card effect or if you control a fusion monster.
Add one
they get a-
Dragon Maid from your deck to your hand, then send one from your hand. Oh. Oops. Well.
Bye-bye.
Brotar. What a bro.
I just gotta wash clothes.
I don't want to play. I just want to wash clothes all day. Yeah, I think
You're
I'm
still
dead.
thinking on a chain.
Nice mills, doofus. Alright.
BT's my best card at the moment. Okay. I can't lose the. I gotta mill a dragon at some point.
One day you'll get a big dragon. And she will mill again. In Dragon Maids 2, The Legend of House's Gold.
Okay, let's keep cooking. Get this Felgreen out.
Felgrand.
Did I say it with an accent?
No. I don't want the Dragon Lords to return. Sometimes dead is better. The pink one.
Is it bad I picked it on color?
I don't know. No, not Felgrand 2!
Yes!
Okay, this isn't the one that banishes. Just gains a bunch of attack.
For your defense position monsters.
It don't do piercing.
I can dream it. Okay. I got the biggest beater in the game. How are you gonna beat it? Fisher?
Okay. Hospitality. We're gonna summon House. We're gonna send the pink one. House Effect. We're gonna get back Chamber. We're gonna chamber effect. We're gonna get the good trap.
The good one.
We're going to put my fusion back. Battle phase.
Battle phase.
Actually use the Dragon Maid effects.
We got there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And here they come.
29. And then I can't get over Felgrand, so I'll pass for now. No, I don't want to. I want to use this again.
From the field. That's like a -2.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
Gotcha.
Oh, one other dragon. Fuck, I'm so stupid. Yeah, hospitality is really good. If you got dragon maids.
More milks. What does this take again?
Everyone meow
seems
in
like
the
a
chat
terrible
for this
idea.
epic duel. Cat versus leg, who will win?
Let's see. Go cat. I'll try the purple one because I like the color.
Why not? Okay.
Oh!
Goodbye, Felgrand. You can't mill again, you already milled this turn.
I know. We're not going by GX rules.
3,000 is a big number.
Not as big as it once was, but as good once as I ever will be.
What?
That's all I can do.
What in the Sam hell? Okay. Kitchen.
It's cooking with the kitchen sink.
Let's do that. Send that one. It's nurse time. She's gonna nurse you back to health.
Please don't.
Another one. Another one.
Something tells me this is gonna hurt.
It might. Shit, I don't know. Okay. Do this. Make her using these two. Battle phase.
Uh-oh.
I'm in danger!
Horribly. I
Pink.
gotta watch out for the 800 one. Oh, no, never mind. There's one that's worse.
And then when one returns...
No.
Oh, yeah.
I just have to not die. The point of the game.
It's the point of life. This is not once per turn.
We're just going by GX rules.
We're just going by GX rules. It's over, man. It's over. Go, my dragon mates. You know, not the most back and forth. You did do some damage to me.
Okay.
But at least the deck did what we wanted it to do this time. Like, dragon mates were summoned. They did stuff.
Yes. I think I just relied too much on the milling. I think that was more my gameplay. I just wanted to set up the graveyard.
I mean, you got to go with what you got. I mean, did you have other dragon maids in your hand and you just weren't summoning them?
No, I didn't have dragon mates in my hand. I was just trying to mill spells.
Yeah.
Well, I kept milling. I kept getting the spells.
Yeah, I feel like there's a chance this could work.
Yeah, that one has the best of the three, at least from what I've seen in the stream.
Yeah, it's one of the thing. Well, I think the Monarch one is still better because I feel like it's a little bit easier to understand the exact back and forth. Here, the problem we have here, right, is that like there's two dragon maids that are just way better than the rest.
Yes.
And if you get them, you're great. And then you're playing all these high-level ones, and it's not easy to get them. Maybe if there were more consistency tools, or more, like, removal, like, ways to deal with house if they had it. It would be interesting. I wonder if there's a trap that's like, if a card would be returned to the hand, it isn't. It's like a card that wouldn't work in most situations, but it would be really funny here. Negate an effect that would return, yeah.
Yeah, maybe play into that bit more.
Yeah, because there's definitely some room here for stuff to get rid of. I'm not sure if Dragon Maid Welcome is something we want, because then it feels like whoever gets that just gets, like, advantage every turn, and also an attack boost.
Yes.
And these traps are definitely, like, target one dragon, banish that if you do special summon. I know there's, like, Icarus attack for dragons. Maybe that might be worth considering.
Yeah, I had a dead rebirth the entire game, but that was because I couldn't... like I said, I couldn't actually do a standard combo, or, well, I couldn't get a decent search. Which I kind of liked. It was fun. I was just trying to guess.
There's some good ideas here. It just needs to be refined. And that's
Some
the, well, here, I'm gonna go. Did you have anything else you wanted to add in, Mr. Bundy?
Nope, I don't think there's anything else I can add.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead. I'll just wrap this up by talking to chat by myself then. But you have a lovely evening.
You too.
What a nice young man. Let's go ahead over. Whoop. But yeah, I'm curious how many people have been here the whole time who have watched this whole saga play out. Now that you've seen how these duels can be, I definitely think there's potential for a series like this. But I feel like maybe I have to like design the decks, or we need to design the decks better. I mean, now that everyone knows about it, we can put out a general thing, like, or maybe make I'll ask the Senate to make a board for this. But I think it would be fun, now that you know the idea behind the mirror match format. Like, take a month, put together your mirror match decks, and next month we can try them out again. See if we can get something more in line with, like, what that Exodia deck was going to do. I think the key thing to remember with this is that you want the decks to be as consistent as possible. It's good to show off cards that don't see a lot of play, but you also want it to be, you want to decrease variance, right? Like the thing about the Exodia event, the mirror match that made it so work so well was the fact that, like, everyone had 3 Pot of Greed, everyone had 3 Graceful Charity, everyone had 3 of all these draw cards or whatever. It wasn't hard to find them. And then there were, like, only 3 or 4 one-ofs in the deck, but those were your main tools. So, for example, just to sort of spitball a little bit, let's say if I was going to be doing the this deck again, the Monarch one. What I would say is, let's go ahead and start with, this is a Squire, right? So this Squire gets you, as soon as it normal summons, you contribute. So getting this just immediately lets you go. Getting Idea gets you. Idea or Edia might be a little bit too good. I don't know, on the one hand, it's like whoever starts with Edia has a pretty big advantage, but also, if you, like, top deck Edia later on, you're pretty strong. So maybe it's worth keeping in. But I kind of like these other ones, especially Landrobe. If you don't know, target a monster your opponent controls, change it face down, and then summon this. So it's a way to, like, get over a Monarch. I think we'll keep it there. And then what I would just say is, like, Thestalos might be kind of good for getting rid of, like, Battle Fader, not really important. Only gets rid of defense position, not really important. Ryza, the stacking, I don't think that ever feels good, so I would get rid of that. That's the doubly so for Ryza. And then I could maybe see, like, a Delg if you want to have a little bit of toolboxiness, but I would get rid of Delg. And then what I would do is just be like, you know, everyone has 3 copies of Zaborg. Everyone has, you know, 3 Zaborg, 2 Mobius, a Caius, a Karaz, a Delg. You've got 8 Monarchs with 2 copies of Dark Advance to recycle them. And then you just kind of know, like, okay, all of these are pretty much evenly matched in terms of power level. You know, even Karaz, I think, obviously Karaz can do some stuff, but maybe that's too much removal. Or maybe you destroy them, they draw, but you can't attack. So maybe you do it more like this. You got 2, 2, and 2. Or even, do these have to be face-up cards? No. The Mobius can be really swingy because it's 2 for 1. This is 2 for 1, but you draw. Okay, so maybe just like, okay. We'll have to mess around with this, but the point is, I'm thinking, like, if you make it so that both have 3 Zaborg, it becomes this resource-heavy battle where you're trying to bait someone into committing to a Zaborg without getting Zaborged yourself. And then if there's too many spell traps, you can use Karaz, you can use Mobius, you can use Caius, you can use Delg. This works for, like, the defense position stuff. But you're mostly just, like, playing Zaborg control, essentially. Dark Factory of more production, possibly. The Prime Monarch is something like, I don't know, if we'd have to, I would like to have like a Discord outlet for this. Maybe the Dark Factory would help. Or maybe some Mystic Planters. I think we go down to like 1 Torrential. But then we put also in, Mirror Force is an SR, right? I think we can expect people like, you know, buy an SR. Buy 1 Mirror Force. 1 Mirror Force, 1 that, 1, 1 Heavy Storm. Maybe the heavy is too much. Maybe we should, like... It depends if people... I'm curious, how many of you out there have a Heavy Storm? If I was like, build this deck, would you have to craft a Heavy Storm just to play it? Or do you already have one? No, we don't. We want to keep this, like, simple. It is a staple, yeah. I think, like, having it where it's like, okay, you do have to potentially play around Torrential, but once they use it, it's gone. You do have to play around Mirror Force, but once they use it, it's gone. You do have to play around Heavy, but once they use it, it's gone. And Heavy works better than, like, giving everyone Harpies, because that means that, like, if you have something and they don't have something, you're better. And maybe just, like, 1 MST, 1... Maybe that's too much removal. It might be too much removal, but... It's these 3 in particular can also be used on your own spell traps, so it makes the Prime Monarch a little bit more viable. And then I think what I said before, we want to take out these 2, and I think we want to put in what's it called? 5 from your hand. Sort by attack. And let's go for NR rarity only. Banishing 3, no. We don't want to Cash Tira Ogre. That requires you to shuffle. Light in the dark. Want to make a chat on Discord for these types of decks? Yeah. Oh, what might be good? Oh, this is an SR. Damn it. I don't want people to get a Nemeluria SR. That's a UR. Banish a rock. Ooh, a Mech Knight might be a good option. Except that's the only one with 2,500. I forgot we're supposed to be on normal and rare. Yeah, we want it to be something that can get over the Monarchs. Yeah, the problem with Kashtira Ogre is that it's a little too strong. It's a little too strong, and also that like if it keeps attacking, then you can like ensure your opponent doesn't get anything. Four light by banishing a light dragon. Could have sworn. What's that? There's like a fire monster. I have it in my Masochist run. I forget its name, though. Ah, yes. Rocket Arrow Express. No. Burning Dragon? Yeah, I think that's it. Let me see if anything else comes up here while I'm doing this. To tribute summon this, you can tribute traps you control as well as monsters. Oh, but when this is normal summon. Yeah, we don't want to give people Heavy Storm. Snow Plow, Hustle, Rustle. Burning Dragon. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters and this card is in your hand, special summon it. You can discard a spell to destroy all spell traps on the field. Yeah. Okay. So what if we got rid of Heavy Storm and we gave people 3 Burning Dragons? And that way, like, if they're walling up, if they just have, like, this and something else, or just, like, 2 Monarchs, you can summon this, but only while they have monsters. It just barely gets over every Monarch, or you could use it as tribute fodder. Link Slayer. Is it 2 words? Oh, it's like an SR, isn't it? Yeah, it's an SR. Yeah, the problem with Link Slayer, it doesn't have enough attack. It's either this, or it's like... Or it's Guan Yun. If only your opponent controls a monster, you could special summon this. If your opponent controls more monsters than you, you could target one, destroy it. This gives you the ability to get rid of spell traps, and you don't have you don't have that many spells, so you'd be giving up like a rare resource. The alternative, it's either that or Guan Yun. But these both serve... Basically what we want to do is stop the game from becoming a slog, because if you can get the Prime Monarch, it has 2400 defense, and then no other Monarchs can get over it if you don't have Zaborg or whatever. But I kind of like this as like, okay, if your opponent has 2 monsters, you can summon Burning Dragon. If you have a spell, you can clear the field, so it's like an ultimate comeback tool, but your opponent can also play around it by just never having 2 or more monsters on the field. Like, if they have control of the game, and they don't think you're doing anything, they don't extend, but this punishes them for overextending. And then, like, if you have a Monarch in your hand, you can then tribute this for like a Zaborg or a Mobius. But if you don't, then it's just a beater. At least that's what I'm thinking. We'd have to test it again. I can go ahead and get this list and post it. If y'all want to try it on your own time. But as I was saying, I think that would be a fun thing. I'll ask the Senate to put up something. We'll make a thread. Y'all can make these. And then next month after we test it, we can decide. The big thing I'm trying to decide is whether or not I want to duel in this show or host it. Like, either I'm going to be... It's going to be me versus someone else, or I'm going to bring on 2 guests, and they're going to duel while I commentate. Your PNG looks like a cartoon without being one, so you're halfway there. You're welcome. The PNG's pretty great. I mean, that's the whole point of wearing the top hat, is it makes me look like a cartoon character. What rarity are the Ancient Warriors? They're NR, so they would work. It's just Guan Yun. Guan Yun is like Pankratops at home. There might be another one that works, but I'd have to look through. It's hard to find every single monster that summons itself. The, whatchamacallit? If rarity wasn't a problem, the Nemluria that lets you, like, take 3 cards out of your extra deck to summon it is also a good idea. That doesn't have an effect, but it's also not like a catch-up mechanic. You could just do it whenever, which gives it more utility. But then also, like, if we designed the deck so that you had exactly 9 cards in the extra deck, that means you could summon it 3 times, so we could, like, artificially limit how often you can use it. Either way, I'm at my time. I'm very hungry. It's been a fun hangout. I hope everyone who's a patron who's here enjoyed. If you're not a patron, reminder that you can join the Patreon for $1. Helps out me every little bit, sort of like helps to pay my rent and pay the food. Any extra money goes towards funding The Legend of Lefty, my nice fantasy like novel. Comic fantasy, I guess that's what the genre is. I still haven't figured out the genre. So if you're, and of course you get to join in on the Patreon hangouts every month, where we do fun activities like this. And if you don't have the money or you don't want to donate, you can at least, you know, you're watching. You just don't get to participate. But consider that. For now, I'm going to get going. Thank you all for coming out. We will be back on Twitch on Tuesday for the Goblin Biker ladder climb. The Blue Eyes ladder climb is still being edited, but it should hopefully be done this week and be out next weekend for you to enjoy on YouTube. So, exciting stuff on the horizon. Until then, have a lovely evening. I'll see you later. I'm going to do more YouTube streams, probably just this monthly hangout. And that's probably it. I don't think I'm going to be doing the ladder climb streams. But we'll see. I did have another idea for a stream in the future. Maybe I'll try that on YouTube. Oh, you want to say bye to Critter?